Hey, how everybody feeling out there today? Let's get right into it. I'm about to play this little this little audio of Trina, the artist talking about the riots and protests and things.
Make the curfew at 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. That's how I feel.
No.
Keep everybody off the streets, these animals off the streets that are running around in Miami-Dade County acting like they have escaped from a zoo. Lock them up at 5 p.m. so the streets can be nice and clean. That's how I feel.
What the streets got to do with the people's lives? You got money.
We're not talking about the lives. We're not talking about
money.
that. We're not talking about the lives. We're not talking about that.
You got money.
Yeah.
These people got to go to work. These people been on lockdown.
I've been on lockdown too.
Okay. You've been on lockdown.
I've been on lockdown just like them.
Yeah, these people ain't been working.
Okay.
They about
Unfortunately,
to lose
a lot of people don't have jobs. I agree with that.
They about to lose their mind.
We all about to lose our mind.
And just because one person.
They run. So today their minds are all back clear. Everybody's minds is back today good? Because the weekend it was they back good okay today?
They mind. One day ain't gonna get their mind clear. But it'll help.
Oh, okay.
You gotta start somewhere.
Okay, that's cool.
You gotta start somewhere.
And that means tear up city? That means tear up city?
Ain't nobody tear up no city.
That means tear up. That means run through and tear up our stores and burn down our stuff and break in our stores and go and tear up Bayside Marketplace and tear up my friend's shop that has a son and the kid to take care of her family. You go demolish the shop for something?
It's always personal with you.
It's definitely personal. It's definitely personal because I feel like at the end of the day,
your friend got insurance.
She got insurance, but she's also been locked down for 60 days, also like us, and she also don't have money like me. So I don't approve of it. Period.
Okay.
I don't approve of it. Period.
I don't either.
Because you don't want nobody burning down Sundays. Let's be very clear. Okay, and you have insurance. But you don't want that. You don't want to be sent back for ribs and collard greens. Let's be very clear. Yeah.
Bring back.
We can't bring back anything. We can't bring back nobody's lives that has been taken away, whether it was from the police or in the hands of another civilian. We cannot bring them back. We cannot.
Okay.
We cannot bring them back. You cannot pump life back into them at all. I can't bring back my little brother's life. His life was taken by the hands of a man, a black man. I can't bring his life back. So what are you saying? Let's be back. Because I'm ready today. Today I'm ready today. I am ready today, Miami. Today is the day. That's what we're talking about. Yes, I'm ready today.
All right. Now, we're not talking about that.
Now, we're talking about it. We're talking about it.
We're talking about it.
We're talking about it. Y'all always sweep that under the rug and y'all want to make something else. We're going to talk about it all today. Yeah.
We're talking about black lives.
The black lives that matter, right? The same black lives that are taken from the hands of other black people. Those matter too, huh? All right.
I wouldn't. What I won't do. I would not compare.
You ain't gotta compare it. You ain't gotta compare it. I'm living in the life of it. It's no comparison. I feel the same way. It's no exception. A life is a life. Period. A life is a life. No matter how it was taken, whether it was a car accident, whether it was from a police, whether it was from the hands of another black man, a life was taken. Simple.
I gotta get it. I'm glad you said period. Trick.
Fired Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin has been arrested and charged with third-degree murder. Third-degree murder and manslaughter. Okay, third-degree murder means a homicide committed with the intention of causing bodily harm but not necessarily death. If convicted, he could get 25 years in prison or a murder charge up to 10 years in prison for manslaughter. And that's supposed to justify everything, right? Like, are you going to put him in a death chair? Because otherwise, all the rest of the stuff y'all doing don't make sense to me. That's what I'm saying. Now, I have so much to say, Miami. I am fired up. I am pissed off, and I am ready today. So
be careful.
That's it. I don't have to be careful what I say. I'm a grown person, and I'm not contradicting myself at all. I know what I want to say. I have everything I want to say, and not you, and nobody else ain't gonna tell me how to say it. This morning, Monday morning, I am ready. I'm ready to speak and say what I gotta say. All y'all fake for the protesters and the fake. Oh, we so concerned about George Floyd. Half of y'all are marching. I'm not even caring about this man. People are just doing maliciously.
Everybody wasn't looting and burning up stuff. So you cannot compare what other people are doing to the people that are using this for the wrong reason. Because it's a handful of them. It's only a handful of them. The rest of us are tired of it. When the police get behind you and the red and blue lights come on, you're not supposed to be scared. You're not supposed to be scared.
I'm never scared. I have my license and registration and insurance. I'm not scared. I know my rights.
Everybody that got killed by the police.
Exactly.
Well, that's it for
not necessarily. Not necessarily.
That's it for Trina's team.
Okay, as you just heard, often the messages get misconstrued. Let me break something down to some people who think like Trina, which is a lot. I see the posts on social media and even the media, some things. Crime is crime, first of all. Let's take the race out of it. Black on black, white on white. Let's take it out of there. Crime is crime. When somebody in a neighborhood or a city or something commits a crime, then most likely it's going to be an investigation by the police. Either they're going to find the person, lock them up. You know, the justice system is going to work. This is what is the difference between regular crime and policeman crime. When a police officer does something, it could, and most likely is a young black man or is a black man on camera. They are recorded. From that point, it should be dry, clear, cut, you know, in the discussion. But when it's a police officer, all the circumstances around the crime or whatever happens change. Well, what was going on before? What was going on after? What is that person's background, criminal record? What did he do 5-6 years from this current date? Somehow that play into the role of how a black man is handled on camera. Then it goes to a grand jury. And even though our eyes are telling us what is happening is wrong, more than likely the police officer gets off. Now everybody watch shows like for 48 hours. When a crime happens, they can start with one piece of evidence, whether it was he was chilling with such and such on this day prior. They go to him, which end up in 48 hours, they have the crime solved. That's the difference. That's the difference in a crime happening in the hood, a neighborhood, city, or whatever, and then a crime happening with a police officer. Nobody is saying that we shouldn't focus on crime, but why would you bring it up at a time like this? It's so many crimes that happen every day. Black, white, and indifferent. Every race commit crimes. But only when it's a police brutality that is what hurts me most is usually black folks who always say, well, you care about something like this, but you don't care about black on black crime. The justice system works perfectly for black on black crime or any kind of crime. It works perfectly. The difference is black people receive more time. A study shows black people receive more time than the counterparts, the white people. Black and brown people, I should say, receive more time than their counterparts. That is a direct correlation to the justice system. I propose that everybody takes their right to vote and use it. Go out there and challenge your local and elected officials to make that change. You cannot make a change by just putting a tweet or writing a post on Facebook. It's going to take you going out there and rallying the people who have the same views as you behind a candidate that has an agenda for the black people, our black communities. But if you are playing the background and don't think this voting is something that you want to take a part in, but you're still chirping about things that need to change, maybe you need to change your approach on how doing things if you're somebody who never participated in voting or even was concerned with what candidate was up for re-election or was being primaried or whatever. What everybody needs to understand that maybe they don't know, the president does not make laws. He can make an executive order which runs out after a certain amount of time. It's the Congress, the House of Representatives and the Senate are the two bodies which make up the Congress, which actually put laws into effect. So if you're not voting for your Senate, somebody that you want to put in the Senate, be it Democratic or Republican, or the House of Representatives, my bad. If you're not voting for those people, and you're only participating in the big election, you're shortchanging yourself, because you're not, the change that you want to happen is not going to happen in the manner that it needs to happen. These riots are direct effect of the systematic racism that has been going on since the beginning, and people are getting tired of it. Of course, there are a few people out there, a small group of people out there that are looting and doing things that you shouldn't be doing. But that should not overshadow the bigger picture of police brutality. Just think about this. 4 years ago, Colin Kaepernick kneeled during the national anthem during the NFL season. He lost his job. 4 years ago, he was trying to bring attention to this very thing that goes on right now. And look how much has changed since then. It took us seeing another white officer with no regard for the life of the man that he was apprehending, just for a minor fraction of counterfeit bill that they said might not even been counterfeit. But that's neither here nor there. He, for 8 minutes and 42 to 45 seconds, he had his knee with full pressure on this man's neck, hearing him call out for help with his hands in his pocket, not caring. That's something that we don't see from any other race. We only see that with black people. And if the first thing that comes out your mouth is, well, what about black on black crime? Why does it have to be what about something else that's going on? Why not focus on this? Because if we can get the police force to actually do what they're supposed to do and back the black communities in the community, have some sort of awareness, then everything will have a trickle down effect to where people will be more receptive of calling the police. It's plenty of instances like the woman, they went in the woman's house and killed her and was ready to convict her husband when they went in the wrong house and killed her and he shot back. Things like that only happen to black people. The same people, the same race who actually built this country get treated worse than animals. They hung Michael Vick. He did 4 years, 3 and some change, for hurting a dog. These police officers that are doing what they're doing, somehow everybody wants to not give it the proper attention just because they're police officers. Well, they're human too. We shouldn't have to have a battle between black on black and police brutality, because the people in your hood or in your neighborhood, they are not getting paid by the citizens. They're just regular people. But then you also got to look at the circumstances what make the hood the hood. The economic structure, the support or the non-support of local businesses to help grow and make it a affluent neighborhood. It's different factors that go on which cause poverty and crime. And most likely crime happens in impoverished areas. But you don't hear when a white boy goes and shoot up a school, you don't hear white people say, yeah, well, he shot up a school, but let's talk about white on white crime or Wall Street crime. You know what they do? They look at that one person and say, he's a sick individual. We need to find a change. We need to do something about that. They don't go, well, people only care about school shootings or talk about school shootings when something else happened. No, they talk about that issue and never try to correlate two things because they can think about two things at once. They never put a whole group of people. They never say that all of the white people need to change. They always point out the individual that does the wrong thing. We want to group all the looters and protesters together and try to discredit the message for the people who are opposed to equality. We do that to ourselves when all it takes is we can deal with black on black crime, as some people call it, later. Let's deal with this social injustices going on, police brutality right now. Then get to that. Or do both things at the same time. at the same damn time. Let's do both things. Why not focus on that? Because crime happens every day. Is every so often we see injustice dealing with police brutality. But so if you're not hollering about the crime that's going on in your area every other day, then you shouldn't holler about it especially when everybody, the whole world, you got protesters cross seas. This first time ever has it been 50 states protesting the police brutality of African American men and women. First time in history. But we got more black people talking about the crime that goes on in our communities instead of focusing on what's going on. What Trina said was ill time and ignorant to the facts. But that's why education and understanding certain things should be something that everybody want to take up before they open their mouth. This is my platform. I try to use it to the best of my knowledge to help my people out. It may be a few comical videos, but most of the time I'm trying to help somebody to move forward because I once was lost and not thinking about the future of my family or friends. But then when you have kids, I think about those. I'm going to show some pictures of what my daughter did outside near our house. Everybody's paying attention. And it ain't about local crimes. It's about the police, the blue shield that's supposed to protect and serve, only treating us like we're criminals without them even having a reason to treat us like criminals. If you feel like I said anything wrong, please leave a comment, message me, email me, hit me up on social media. I'm about to go out. DC Max, hit me up for my lawn care too. I do that. And remember, tomorrow starts a new day.